All right, guys, so it's been about 4 months, maybe 5 months since I've been to the track. And as you can see, we got loads of dust on the car. I just haven't been messing with this because of the rain and the heat. So I've kind of turned my focus on to a new project, and I kind of wanted to go over it and share it with you guys. I know there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about these golf carts and doing like engine swaps in them, but this will be like my version of it. As you guys know, I like to just fabricate my own stuff and, make things as I go. So that's what I'm going to do on this cart. This video will probably just be kind of an introduction, and then I'll show you the engine that we're getting. But first off, let me just go over the cart real quick, see what we got, see what we paid for it, and go over kind of what my budget's going to be and kind of the price I want to keep it under. So I picked this cart up for 650 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. It does not have an engine. The guy was kind of making it his project and just kind of abandoned the project. So that's where I picked it up, and it looked pretty good. And then as I got it home, looking over it, it definitely needs a lot of work. Okay, but the good thing with these carts is this, the club car carry all. The good thing about them is they're all aluminum. So you don't have to worry about like tons of rust or anything like that. The frame is really, really good on them. The bed itself is aluminum. All the framework is aluminum in here. And yeah, so none of that's gonna rust. It should stay, it should last for however long I keep it. So, so as soon as I picked it up, I went straight over to Harbor Freight and picked up the Predator engine, which a lot of people like to swap in these. It's basically a Honda clone engine from China. This is actually the 459. It's based off the 420, but I guess this has a few more horsepower. I guess it's like a stroker 420. Makes a little more power. So yeah, I mean, I probably won't need the power. This engineer should probably make this thing go 25, 30 miles an hour, I'm guessing. And I've seen them running in these golf carts, and they do make some good torque and power. So this cart also has like a receiver hitch too, so where you could like pull a boat or pull a trailer or whatever. It's got wheel spacers on it. It's got bigger tires, bigger wheels. I don't think these are definitely aftermarket rims. So it's gonna need some brake work. The brakes were actually locked up whenever I was trying to get it off my trailer. So that means the shoes inside the drums are probably broken off and kind of wedging themselves. But I did check over the diff. The diff works and all that. There's gonna be a few things that I'll have to fabricate, like a shift lever arm here to hook this to. That's missing. But everything seems to run smooth. The shaft spins nice and turns the wheels and all that. So I know that a company out in Vegas, I guess they're called Vegas Carts, makes a kit that is like a complete bolt-in kit to where you can just take that Predator engine and bolt it right in, and it gives you everything you need. Now, I'm not going to do that because that's kind of expensive. It's like $750, $800 for that kit, and just looking at the kit, it looks like there's a lot of stuff I can fabricate myself. So it's basically like a bed that the engine sits on that's adjustable. So, we'll get some steel and kind of fabricate something on our own to make the motor mount. And I've already ordered some stuff, a new clutch. I that's the primary clutch, and also there's a secondary clutch that goes on the diff. I've already ordered that. I've ordered some new brakes. I've ordered new leaf springs because we actually have one here. This one here is broke. So you can see it's snapped right off. So ordered a new leaf spring, and it's really corroded bad. So got new leaf springs coming, new shocks. I think I already said that. And yeah, there's some things we won't need, like this air box. I don't know how much of this electrical stuff I'm gonna keep. I may make, like my own harness and my own switch keypad up front, and, just kind of customize it for what I like. yeah, so this is going to be the project for the next, I don't know, week or two. I'll probably post another video on this once we get it running and all that. But I do want in this video to kind of unbox that Predator engine and kind of look at it and maybe get it started. I could probably just throw some gas in it and some oil and hook a battery to it, and it should just fire right up. But we'll see. Let me start unboxing that, and when we get it out, we'll kind of look at it and kind of go from there. All right, guys, I got the box open and took out the instructions, and what's kind of cool is it comes with a kit for high altitude. So it comes with jets and some O-rings for if you're in high elevation, but obviously in Florida, we're like below sea level, so we won't need that. Actually, we'll need jets for below sea level. But anyway, let me get this out. I'm gonna probably try to lift it up, put it on the back of the bed here of the golf cart, and that's where we'll start messing with it. I'll check to see what kind of oil it needs, and I have some gas, so we can put gas in it a little bit anyway to see if we can fire it up. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a basic little generator engine, basically. That's what they are. Looks like it has some kind of a sensor there. One of the things I've been trying to research, which I'm not sure of, maybe someone in the comments can let me know, if these things can charge a battery, because I don't know if it does or not. I've heard different things about that you need an alternator or it actually will charge. But if you know anything about these engines, let me know in the comments. That way I know how to hook it up and maybe it'll charge the battery that's going to be in the golf cart. So anyway, let me get this out of here, up here, and we'll start working on it. All right, guys, so I'm finishing up here, putting the oil in it. It takes 10W30. And you want to check the oil fill basically by just sticking this in there. You don't screw it in, you just stick it down in there, and that's how you check. So we're about halfway. I'll go a little bit more because once the engine starts, it's going to consume some oil. So it took about almost a quart and a half, I think. 2 quarts is roughly what I kind of saw there. Yeah, so it's right up in here. Should be good to go. All right, we threw some gas in it. Got the choke here. This is the fuel on. On. And then choke is there. You want the switch to be in the 1 position. And then, yeah, I think it should start. Let's see here. And then we have the button here to turn it off if we have to. Uh-oh. So it took a little time to get fuel into the carburetor. Maybe we'll take the choke off now. Not sure where the throttle should be or not. I don't know.
All right, well, I didn't have much of a doubt that it would start. So fired right up, runs really smooth. The throttle is really snappy. I mean, the thing, when you touch the throttle, that thing wants to like jump off the back of the cart here. So definitely very responsive. I know there's some other things we got to do as far as, you know, removing some of this linkage so that we can do a little bit different. I know that there's some stuff we have to disconnect, but I'm gonna, you know, me personally, I'm gonna watch more YouTube videos on it and basically kind of go off some of the comments you guys have and some of the advice, you know. Please feel free. This is something new to me. So, I mean, I'm not new to fabrication, but as far as these engines go, I don't know a lot about them. But yeah, I mean, it runs super smooth. And I can see the exhaust manifold here that, I mean, I would like to reuse the stock muffler because it's real quiet, and maybe just extend the pipe, make an adapter, a little flange for that, and then, you know, move the exhaust out the back or something like that. Put a muffler here, down here somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I think this is going to be a fun project. It'll be cool to have this around my property because right now, I either have to take my truck if I want to go do something around the property, or I have to walk. So this is something I've been wanting to do, and yeah, it should be pretty cool. And then kind of like where I live, you can kind of drive these on the street too. There's a lot of like country roads basically. So yeah, I mean, I'll go through the manual some more and basically get some more parts ordered for this. The next video, we'll probably start taking things apart. I'll pull the bed off and we'll start addressing this rear end. So we got broken leaf spring. The brakes are all messed up. Yeah, we'll start there just to get this all solid and then pull the motor plate off and start kind of lining it up. But again, I'll need my parts to come in before I start doing that. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an intro and, you know, hopefully you guys tune in for the next one. It should be probably next week. I'll start doing some more stuff on it. I want to clean it up too, maybe paint a few things. I might paint I don't really like the red here. I might paint that a different color. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like black and gray or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you stay tuned for the coming videos and check out this cart build. And then, yeah, we'll be taking it on some rips and I'll put the GoPro on it and all that. So anyway, guys, I'll be back next week with another video and I'll see y'all then.